Dear Startup Corner, today I come to talk with you about my situation. I have ideas, and I mean really great ideas that will solve a lot of problems for other people. I also want to make profit and make myself proud. I have already started, but please, dear Startup Corner, I need you to help me tell my story, profile my business, and help me keep the money. Thank you.
Let's get it started in here.
Running.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here.
Welcome to Startup Corner, where we talk about the experiences of great people doing great stuff. You have a dream, you're getting started, it's difficult, it got better somewhere along the line. How did you come far? Where have you been? Where are you right now? Startup Corner is where you get to hear the stories and experiences, professional and non-professional, that entrepreneurs face in starting up their businesses. Today on the show, I have a lawyer and an accountant. Trust me, I have no court case and I'm not bankrupt.
Are you sure?
My name is Shepherd God's Baby, and I'm glad to welcome Eunice Olopade and Abdul Wahid Yusuf to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I gathered that Eunice has been practicing law for about 5 years.
Yeah,
And that you've been on the transactional advisory
yeah,
for several organizations, international organizations.
Yeah.
Uber, Mercuria Energy,
yeah,
and big companies like that. Samsung Africa.
yeah.
When I think of such a profile, a lot of things come to me, which I'll keep till later on as we go on.
Okay.
Let me start by asking, how did you both meet? Accountant, lawyer, before we talk about what you do.
Okay, so we met through a mutual friend, actually. Yeah, who's been our colleagues at different points in time.
So it was
Yeah.
a colleague first, then
Yeah.
it was my colleague in a different company. That's how we met.
Okay, now let's come back to the business front.
Okay.
SideBrief, which is your business name and what you do.
Yeah.
I looked at your website
Yeah.
and I saw that you had a lot of captions,
Okay.
services,
Yeah.
things getting easy.
Yeah.
When did this idea begin,
Okay.
and who had the thought first?
Okay. So I would go first. SideBrief is as a result of the Doing Business Index in Nigeria. So Nigeria ranks 146 out of about 180 economies in the world regarding to the ease of doing business. So basically, SideBrief came to plug the loophole. So in Nigeria, we all know that it's really difficult. The cost and the ease of doing business in Nigeria is quite... it's not easy to do business in Nigeria, let's just put it that way. So like SideBrief, we're trying to make it easier for companies, most especially startups, SMEs, entrepreneurs, to do business with ease in Nigeria.
Many years ago, I tried to register a company with a couple of friends.
Okay.
We had meetings and talked about it for God knows how long.
Yeah.
And after discussing, which name will go, which name will not go. In fact, I know a guy right now
Yeah.
who still had a chat with me about a week ago.
Yeah.
And he has put up about 10 to 15 names. And all he keeps getting is, this name is not approved, this name is this and that. And at some point in time, he told me, I don't trust these guys. I think these guys are stealing the name, or are they selling the name or something like that?
Okay.
So that's where you come in.
Yeah, so usually we advise our clients, as it relates to names, actually, you have to choose like something unique, something, I wouldn't say something nobody has ever thought of, because that might be hard, but you would have to like be creative and put maybe a lot of things together.
For personal spin, like try to measure between what you want to do and your own personal experiences or whatever, maybe your name and the name of your business or what you tend to do. But just try to find a unique mix that works for you.
Let's talk about your background a bit. As an accountant, how did you find yourself in this business the SideBrief offers, the services?
So over my career, I've been doing the books for lots of startups, and it's sad to say a lot of startups are not fully compliant with the law. There are so many startups are owing so much in taxes, and today the tax man will come and say, pay all my taxes today. 90% of them
we
go
underwater, yeah.
Like straight up. As soon as they pay, that's it. They have no money to run the business anymore. So it's to avoid these kind of things that we try to educate people on the different compliances you need to have done while you're doing your business. Don't leave it till later when it's too late. I mean, if you pay this little amount as they come due, it's better than if you wait a year, 2 years, and then they've accumulated. And it helps you even plan better. If you have to pay it now, you're able to plan your expenses. Okay, we can't afford it right now because we have to pay the government this. But if you've been ignoring that part, you've been spending all the money as you see them. Those ones are still accumulating, right? In 2-3 years, you're owing millions. You don't have millions anywhere. No startup has a reserve of millions to just spend on things that are not coming back to them.
So basically, you're the guy who comes in to make sure that if I start a business, I don't get kicked out for not keeping to the rule.
Yes, exactly.
The financial standard.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I understand how you're into this. Is SideBrief a side hustle, or is it the major thing?
Okay, I guess I would answer that. So basically, when we started as a regulatory and purely compliance firm, which we still are. So we were not a full-fledged law firm. We only do the compliance aspect. Your permits, your licenses, your registrations, returns, your annual returns, and things like that. So when it comes to maybe lawyering, appearing in court for you, or trying to argue cases, or maybe agreements and things like that, we don't do court law stuff. So that's why we try to put it as a SideBrief. It's not like the main brief. It's these other things that are also ancillary to your business, that it's compulsory that you have to do to make your business run. So basically, that was.
So it's not a side hustle.
So it's not a side. It's a full for us. We work full time. Work full time with SideBrief.
Okay, thank you. Well, let's talk about resources.
Yeah.
When you were getting started, because a lot of startups, people first of all have the idea that if they want to do something, a business, that they need money to start.
Okay.
And some say to us today, maybe the motivational speakers tell us that we don't need money, all you need is an idea. You have an idea and you're good to go.
Okay.
For you, resources, how did you get the resources?
Okay, so for us, we're a service-based company. So I would say getting a lot of money wasn't so key or so important to us. We didn't have to stock up product or probably invest in so much research and development of a product, or ensure that, or try to get who is my target market, maybe like pumping a lot of money into that. So we're services. We know there are a lot of entrepreneurs in Nigeria. There's no job out there, so a lot of people are falling back on entrepreneurship. A lot of people are trying to get businesses started. We know that a lot of big companies who are also in business have difficulties getting required permits and all of that. So we thought to ourselves, it was not something that we needed. We're providing a service. You get what I mean? So
I understand.
It wasn't like cash.
So it's not a case of where we have
okay. Well, you had to build a website.
Yeah, we had it. So
I think it's in-house capacity.
It was in-house. We didn't hire anybody.
Like you did?
No, the CEO
the
did.
CEO did. Osman built our website.
Capacity. We didn't have to.
Exactly. So we didn't have to outsource.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. I think we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, talking about the Corporate Affairs Commission.
Okay.
I know that in that office, in the environment, there's a lot of hustlers around who want to register your company for you in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They promise to register it in 15 minutes or 3 days.
Yeah.
We'll complete them for you now.
Yeah.
Just pay us this amount of money. We also heard that we needed to get a lawyer to get things registered properly.
Yeah.
And sometimes we try to follow the do-it-yourself approach of this 21st century.
Yeah.
You can do it yourself. You don't really need a lawyer. You
Yeah.
don't, you can just go to the website and do this and do that, and things will, you wait for it, you follow up yourself and go there. I've tried it a couple of times myself, I can promise it's not so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, how is yours
Yeah.
different
Okay.
from any of the guys who have been doing this hustle
Yeah.
by the
By
CAC office,
roadside, yeah.
and they've been delivering? I mean,
Okay.
why should I come to you and not to them?
Okay.
It appears that you charge me more, so I'm just asking.
Okay, so actually, I'm not so sure would charge more.
No.
Pretty much, our pricing is actually quite competitive, and according to what's operating in the market right now. So why I would say to come to us is because we're professionals. Yeah. We would not just leave you at the stage of registering your company. We're there with you all the way through other things you would need during the lifespan of your business. Yeah. And also, as much as possible, we'll also educate you, right, while starting your business. We'll probably advise you, this is what a shareholder means, this is what a director means. Most people, when they register their company, they will just put in, like, their father, their mother.
Yeah, we let you know the implications of every decision you take.
Yeah.
Not just to get your money
Get your
move
money
on.
and go.
And apart from that, these guys, I mean, things go wrong. How do you find them? How do you sue them? How do you take up your issues with them? We have a company. You come to us, we can, make sure things don't go wrong. You know where to find us.
Yeah, we
These
can
guys
be
are
out
roadside. You never
accountable.
find them again. Even if you do, how do you hold on? How do you hold on to them? How do you, get solutions?
I'm liking the benefits of working with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd like to just say a bit more on choosing the directors of your company. So I was saying earlier that most people would rather just choose people who are close to them. For our clients, we try to tell them that it's your mentors you have to choose, like people who can actually cause a change or make an impact in your business. Those are people you want to have on your board of directors, not necessarily.
Draw from. If you put your dad and
Unless your dad is a mentor.
Yeah,
Unless your dad is a mentor, then
exactly.
that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
People you can
Okay.
draw from. People you can draw from their connections,
Yeah.
from their expertise or whatever.
Okay. At what point would you stop considering yourself a startup? Or have you already stopped being a startup?
I think it's I don't know, maybe a combination of how long you've been existing and how much you've made.
Okay, so at what point would that be for you? Because how much you've made is a key factor. So maybe, you make your first $10 billion. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think, it's safe to say if you make $10 billion,
No, you're kidding, right?
Okay, so like I have kind of struggled to clearly know the difference between being a startup and a company, because we are registered, we're a company under Nigerian law, we're actually a company. So I think it's just a nomenclature thing, and startup is
Well, you've been officially on now for like a year.
Yeah, over a year. Yeah.
Okay, over a year. So startup maybe a year or two.
Okay, but
or first
so
5 years, something like that.
maybe I'd ask you what the difference is between a startup and a company, and what you would think, or what do you think would be the differentiating? Yeah.
I like your question. It's a great question.
Speaking like one of my lecturers.
I'd like to phone a friend.
Yeah, you never answered too.
Okay, well, if you're going to narrow down your customer to
Yeah.
just one person, who would it be?
Probably say maybe the average Nigerian wants to start a business.
Yeah.
Average Nigerian who wants to start a business.
Yeah,
Entrepreneurs,
we try to make sure we're easily accessible, so you don't have to have a whole lot of money to be able to afford us. Law firms typically charge you a whole lot of money. And then how much have you made? You have to start spending a lot of money in the inception of your business, right? So
a lot of Nigerians, when they want to start businesses, and I'm one of such Nigerians, from the conceptualization of the dream to the point of having a plan, a business plan or anything like that, and then you want to set up. There is this energy, this passion that drives the individual, and sometimes the passion blindfolds the individual from the paperwork, necessary things that one should do. In your dealings with this kind of people, sometimes they seem to be too much in a hurry to get to the end, to the goal. You know, has there been any ugly experience, or what would be the ugliest experience you've had working with these people?
Okay, so maybe they want to bid for a contract, or they just heard that something is going on somewhere, and I think, oh, my company would like to participate in this. So there are people who have been carrying on businesses without registering, and probably they just heard something. They want to access a loan or something, and it then becomes urgent for them to have their papers and be properly registered with the government. So I think maybe dealing with such clients as just being like, they really just want to get this done, and they don't care how you do it, they don't care what you do. They tend to be in a rush. They just, aside from experiences like that, I don't think we've really had any other bad
because
experience.
Like we said earlier, more than just registering your company, we tend to sit with you, listen to what you want to do.
If someone calls you and says, I heard you on Africa Business Radio Startup Corner, will there be some discount for that person?
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll be willing to. Yeah, definitely.
You want to phone a friend now?
No. We're able to take decisions on that, and yes, totally, we'll be open to
How
that.
many percent would that be?
It depends on what you
want to do,
the product you're trying to get, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a simple business name, you won't get a lot of discount. But if you're going big, you're doing trademark, you're doing NGO.
Yeah, we might be able to look into something more.
So I'd like to have digits, if you don't mind.
Okay.
10%, 20%.
10 works.
I shouldn't have said 10 first.
10%.
Well, 10 works. Yeah, 10 works actually.
Okay, my favorite question. If someone is coming in to do what you're doing, all right, what's the most important lesson that you have learned from starting and doing it now that the person should know before even getting started?
I would say capacity is key. We have clients who are knowledgeable these days, and although they want you to help you do certain things, they're also aware of the market and they know what's going on. So in this sector, I would say that you have to know what you're doing and you have to build capacity.
Okay, thank you very much for your time on the Startup Corner.
Yeah.
Eunice Olopade and Abdulwahid Yusuf.
Thank you so much, God's Baby.
Thank you so much, God's Baby. You're the only God's Baby.
Only
Actually, I'm carrying the name for all of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Is there any last thing you'd like to say to everybody listening?
Yeah, I just feel like if you're an entrepreneur wanting to start one business or the other, www.sidebrief.com. Yeah, you would find a lot of useful materials that would help you in setting out.
If you get nothing apart from information, we're still fine.
Yeah, we're glad to have helped you out. Yeah.
Interesting. All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for having us.
Yeah.
Tell the story. Profile the business. Keep the money.
Startup Corner. Passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. Africa Business Radio. Towards a profitable Africa.